I would request everyone to welcome Mr. Imran Ali Shah as he sheds light on Sharia compliant investment opportunities in Pakistan through the Roshan digital account.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, Mr. Muhammad Ayub, Ambassador of Pakistan to Bahrain, Mr. Ashfaq Tola Saab, President ICAP, Mr. Umar Ansari, Secretary General AOFI, Ms. Hina Osmani, Mr. Noor Abid Saab, Mr. Saeed Bhatt, Mr. Arshad Gadet, fellow speakers, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sayyid Imran Ali Shah. I am part of the leadership team and the incoming CFO of Meezan Bank. Before I delve into my topic today, which is Sharia compliant investment opportunities in Pakistan via Meezan Roshan digital account, I must begin by thanking the organizing committee for arranging this event on such a pertinent topic. And I would also like to express my gratitude to the other speakers for their intriguing thoughts on how digital revolution can fast track growth in Islamic banking. On the outset of my presentation, I think I would also like to request Ashfaq Tola Saab, Ms. Hina Osmani, and members from the fintech community that Islamic banking should not be an afterthought. What we are seeing is that the real growth engine and driver for the Pakistani economy and economies in Islamic countries is now basically the Sharia compliant version of financing. And what you are typically seen is that Sharia comes as an afterthought when you're talking about new regulations, new standards being published. Obviously, I'm not talking about AOFI, but in the conventional side of things. So ICAP is taking the lead on a lot of initiatives, and I would request that when we are coming up with new solutions, I think Islamic banking should be the default choice of financing or providing those solutions rather than the Sharia compliant. That's very good, sir. So the topic of my discussion today is to showcase Meezan's performance. I think Islamic banking and Meezan Bank is synonymous in Pakistan. So I'll go through Meezan's performance, our key credentials in the digital landscape, and the Sharia compliant investment opportunities that we are offering via the Roshan digital account. Some of the material has already been covered by Umar Ansari Saab and Noor Abid Saab, so I'll skim through that. But effectively, if we look at the Islamic banking industry in Pakistan, we right now have 33 commercial banks with around 15,500 branches, out of which 5 are full-fledged Islamic banks and 17 banks have Islamic branch operations. The branch network of Islamic banks represent around 4,000 branches. Our asset base is around 5.6 trillion. Deposit base is around 4.2 trillion rupees, which is roughly 1/5 of Pakistan's banking sector assets and liabilities. And it has been growing consistently. If you look at 2017, the size of our asset book in Islamic financing was 2.27 trillion. That's gone up to 5.6 trillion. And similarly, deposit size has also more than doubled in 5 years. So Mr. Noor Abid mentioned that Islamic banking was here to stay. I would go one step further and say that Islamic banking is here to dominate. And I think people should realize that. And the sooner we realize it, the more prepped we would be to enable that and look at Islamic financing options. If you look at the state bank's stated objectives, although we right now represent around 20% of the industry, State Bank has said that their strategic objective is to grow that to 25% by 2023 and to 30% by 2026. Those are fairly ambitious targets, but I think if we all put in our efforts, it is definitely achievable. Coming to Meezan Bank, I think everyone knows this already, I hope so. But Meezan Bank was established back in 1997 as Al-Meezan Investment Bank with a vision to establish Islamic banking as banking first choice. In 2002, we were given the first Islamic commercial banking license under Meezan Bank by the State Bank. And since then, we have gone from being the smallest bank in the country to, alhamdulillah, within a span of 20 years, the fourth largest bank in Pakistan in terms of deposits and the third largest in terms of assets. We now are rated AAA, which is the highest credit rating possible for a non-sovereign institute in Pakistan. We have been designated as a systemically important bank, which shows the importance that the regulators and the government places on Islamic banking and Meezan Bank in terms of the structural impact that we have on Pakistan's financial sector. At the end of last year, we had 908 branches. That has, alhamdulillah, crossed 930 branches now, with presence in over 300 cities, serving over 3 million customers. Our profit after tax last year was 28.4 billion. And we are, alhamdulillah, the most valuable bank by market capitalization listed on the Pakistan Stock Exchange. Our mobile app is also rated the highest in the country across all financial institutions. We consistently have a rating of 4.9 across both Google Play Store and Apple. If I compare ourselves to the conventional banking industry, our share is 7.1% of the total. Obviously, the market is led by National Bank of Pakistan, followed by HPL and UPL. But for now, people think of Meezan Bank as a top 5 bank. But if we go even 5 years, we were not even in the top 10. So it just shows the offtake of Islamic banking in Pakistan. And I think Islamic banking is here to stay. And inshallah, Meezan would be playing a critical role in, has done that and would continue to do so over the next few years. It's not just the deposit base which has grown. If we look at the stable, low-cost deposit of the bank, we have grown our CASA deposits from 73% in 2018 to now around 83%. So, for transactional banking, for daily customer needs, Meezan Bank is quickly becoming the bank of choice for our retail customers. When I look at some of the key performance indicators, deposit growth, alhamdulillah, has been geometrical. Our CAGR since inception is 35%, which is quite phenomenal. Profit after tax over the last 3 years has been on an average growth of 48%. Branch network has grown from 571 to now 930 branches. 902 was the figure at the end of December. And the asset base has also grown from 320 to around 780 billion. But what's very important is that our non-performing loans portfolio has remained below 2%. You compare that to the industry average of 7 to 8%, and it just shows the credit quality of our financing portfolio. In terms of the key performance indicators, the return on equity for Meezan Bank, last year was nearly 36.4%. That has gone up from 19.6% in 2016. Our return on assets is also around 1.7, which is very high. Our earnings per share have gone from 3.4 rupees per share in 2016 to 17.4%. And if you look at the share performance of Meezan Bank against KSC 100 index, we have significantly outperformed the market. So I'll go to Meezan Roshan digital account in a second, but Meezan Bank shares in itself are a very good Shariah compliant investment opportunity. And I think that's something which everyone should be considering. In terms of our digital footprint, our mission statement that's listed there, I'll just read it out. Our mission statement says to intelligently understand the banking needs of our customers and develop new business models, provide new revenues and value producing opportunities for the bank through the use of new technologies and data. So, that mission statement has been there for years. And, Meezan was early on in its growth story, was able to recognize the importance of adapting and, recognizing new technologies in driving and better serving our customers. Our strategy is to obviously look at new business models. We have a continuous improvement certificate program which is rolled out to almost 12,000 staff of Meezan Bank. Um, we are looking at cloud computing. We are looking at blockchain, data analytics. So there's a lot happening in this space, and we are definitely quite keen to partner with fintechs and other players in the market to drive change and revolution in the Islamic banking industry. We obviously put our money where our mouth is, and that reflects in our digital credentials. I won't go through the full slide, but as you can see, Meezan has the highest number of transactions routed through the one link grid with an industry share of 22.2%. So if I went back to my previous slide, our deposit share is only 7.1%. But if you look at the digital transactions, we represent almost 1/4 of the market. We have the highest number of transactions through any debit card across Pakistan. Our mobile banking app, which I've mentioned earlier, is 4.9 rated. That's the highest rated financial institution app in Pakistan across both Apple and Google Play. 15 million, unique users use it on a monthly basis. Plus, we are working on setting up ATMs, POS machines, SMS banking, and there are a lot of other initiatives which we are undertaking. I would have gone into the detail, but given the challenges of time, I'm just skipping through some of the slides here. So that brings me to Meezan Roshan digital account. Now, Roshan digital account is a remarkable initiative of the State Bank of Pakistan for the ease of millions of non-resident Pakistanis. I think Saeed Bhatt Saab earlier mentioned that 65 countries or audience from 65 different countries was logged in to view this discussion. And I would encourage all of them, if you have not heard of Roshan digital account, go and explore what it is. Mushtaba earlier mentioned that regulation, sometimes drives growth. And I think Roshan digital account is a prime example of that. When Roshan digital account was, the idea was floated by State Bank, there was a lot of resistance. People thought, how would you be able to do KYC remotely? This would not work. And there was a significant push from the regulator. But today, Roshan Digital is a very successful initiative. And I think regulatory push has had a big impact in, driving its success. Roshan Digital Account is obviously a lifestyle product, and we look at some of the products in a short while. But if I come to Meezan Roshan Digital Account, we have fully digital account opening within 48 hours. Our current account and saving accounts are available in 4 different currencies. We offer a free debit card, checkbook, investment banking. You can invest in a host of investment and financing products, remit money outside Pakistan. So any money that you remit into Pakistan, if you have a need of that money and that is in your account or in an eligible investment, you are able to repatriate it to your host country without any questions asked. What distinguishes also Meezan from other competitors is that we have a dedicated relationship manager for every account holder. So when you open a Meezan Roshan digital account, you get assigned a dedicated relationship manager, and they're available to answer your queries, answer your concerns, or direct you to the relevant person in case you have any issues. Meezan Roshan digital account journey so far, around 1.1 billion US dollars has been remitted through RDA just into Meezan Roshan digital accounts. And to put things into perspective, the IMF deal that we are looking to hopefully close in the next few weeks, the expected inflows from that tranche is also 1.17 billion. So that just shows you the quantum that has just flown through into Meezan via Meezan Roshan digital account. We were the first bank to issue a Islamic Naya Pakistan certificate. I'm pleased to say the customer who we issued that certificate to is in the audience. We were the first to disperse Roshan Apna Ghar financing, the first to disperse Roshan Apni Ghar financing, first to provide a Sharia compliant stock trading portfolio and provide EPS facilities. If I compare the inflows of Roshan digital accounts and how Meezan has performed against it, we have had so far around 4.7 billion remitted into Pakistan via Roshan digital accounts. And Meezan consistently has had a 1/4 market share of all remittances. So although we are around 7-8% of the market, if in the terms of local deposits, but when it comes to Meezan Roshan digital account, we hold around 23% of the market share, and that has been consistent throughout the journey. And 45% of the share in Islamic Naya Pakistan certificate investments. Similarly, in terms of account opens, we have consistently been between 17 to 18%. And that just shows the superior digital services which Meezan is able to offer. If I go to my next slide, as I mentioned earlier, Meezan is Roshan digital account is a lifestyle product. It's not just an account where you can remit money and send funds to your loved ones, friends, and family in Pakistan. You can also both invest in Sharia compliant investments, and you can also avail Islamic financing via the Roshan digital account channel. The flagship product is obviously Islamic Naya Pakistan certificates, but you can also invest in Al-Meezan mutual funds, equity instruments. You can get financing via Roshan Apna Ghar for housing in Pakistan. You can always also do real estate investing in Pakistan, finance a car for your loved ones there, and you can also send money for charity back. So people do like to send money, for Qurbani, for charity, for other charitable purposes, and Meezan Roshan Samaji Khidmat offers you that opportunity. I hope all of you are aware of Islamic Naya Pakistan certificates. The rates go up from 5.5% for the shorter dated tenor securities to up to 7% for USD, 6.5% for GBP, and 5.75% for Euro returns. State Bank is actively looking to revise these rates, and hopefully in the next few weeks, the investment rates on Islamic Naya Pakistan certificates would be revised in line with the higher policy rate in Pakistan. There's only 10% fixed with withholding tax on profit, and premature encashment is allowed after 1 month without any penalty. So, you can invest in Pakistan via INPCs, and if you need that money without any questions asked, you can take that money abroad, without any penalty being paid. So I think it's an excellent investment opportunity for non-resident Pakistanis, offering very competitive rates in FX like USD, GBP, and Euro denominated currencies. The other investment opportunity that you have available is through the Al-Meezan Investment Management Company. So Ameem is a subsidiary of Meezan Bank. It is the largest asset management company across both Sharia and non-Sharia compliant AUMs in the country. We offer a comprehensive range of Sharia compliant investment solutions, and we have a track record of almost 27 years, which shows the confidence of our investors in Al-Meezan Investment Management. Through Ameem, you can invest in mutual funds, savings plans, retirement plans, investment plans, monthly income plans, capital preservation, and also for our high net worth client, separately managed accounts. State Bank is also working on launching a voluntary pension scheme solution, especially for our colleagues based in the GCC, where there is no route to getting a nationality or permanent residency in these countries. So you can save for your future by investing in a voluntary pension scheme also through Al-Meezan Investment Management. You can also invest in Sharia compliant stocks via the Meezan Roshan equity investment. All you have to do is open a CDC account and just invest in Sharia compliant stocks. So again, that opens another avenue for our non-resident Pakistanis to invest and help Pakistan overcome the current balance of payments crisis. Meezan Roshan digital account also offers, a riba-free solution for your home financing needs. It conforms to your to Sharia compliant laws on financing based on diminishing musharaka. There are three types of financing available. There is self-financing, i.e., if you just want to invest in real estate, you can do that through your Roshan digital account. If you need bank financing, then there are two options. You can either go for a lien-based solution or a non-lien-based solution. And then the low-cost housing scheme, which is currently on hold by SBP, but we have been told that it would be relaunched very soon. In terms of some of the other features, I would just like to mention a couple. Because this is Islamic financing, the investment is covered, under takaful free of cost. So if God forbid something happens to the customer, the funding for the house is actually provided by a free of cost takaful. You can also take life assurance under Sharia compliant version through Roshan digital account. Processing fee is nominal, and the rates are also quite competitive. So if I look at the non-lien based rates for salaried and non-salaried individuals, variable rates are at 1 year KIBOR plus 1.5%, and the repricing it is on an annual basis. For lien based, it's 1 year PKRV, and for the fixed rates, it's 5 years PKRV for non-lien based and 5 years PKRV plus 1.5% for the non-lien and 5-year PKRV rate for the lien-based financing. So these are fairly competitive. I think the rates right now are fairly high. So some people might be discouraged, but conversely, with the currency depreciation, if you look at your payments in dollar or Bahraini dinar terms, it is a very good time to invest in real estate in Pakistan. You also have the option to apply for, get Ghar Ijara financing for your loved ones. Again, that's under the Sharia compliant Ghar Ijara model. The rates can be looked at on our website. I won't go through that in detail. And then, finally, Roshan Samaji Khidmat. Again, if you want to, donate to charity in Pakistan, do a qurbani through, while sitting here, or use it for any other purpose, which is based on helping the community, you can do that through your Roshan Samaji Khidmat account. These are some of the partners that we are working with, and you can go to our website and directly provide funds to any of these institutions. If anyone has any questions about Meezan Roshan digital account, we are inshallah holding a roadshow next month in Bahrain. The details will be communicated through the Pakistan embassy, and inshallah we'll also keep the Bahrain chapter of ICAP in touch about the dates. But if you have any details, if you would like to know more about products or to apply for financing or investment through Meezan Roshan digital account, you can do so and talk to our colleagues who would be here next month. I would just like to close my talk by thanking the audience and the organizers. It was a privilege, attending the event, listening to other speakers. The panel discussion on fintechs was very intriguing, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.